All right, everyone, buckle up because the news cycle is absolutely exploding, and you've tuned into iPad Focus, your absolute go-to for everything cutting edge. We've got a whirlwind of updates that you simply cannot afford to miss. The pace is blistering, the insights are game-changing, and we're here to break it all down for you, live. Get ready to feel the pulse of innovation as we dive headfirst into a story that has the tech world buzzing, featuring some of the biggest names in the game meeting at the very highest levels. Then, we're shifting gears to uncover a potential seismic shift in how we interact with our devices, a collaboration that could redefine everything you thought you knew about digital assistants. We've also got a deep dive into how a major player is performing in a crucial international market, complete with fascinating data that challenges some assumptions. And finally, we're looking at how your favorite fitness companion is leveling up, bringing powerful new features right to your wrist. This is the ultimate rundown, the intel you need to stay ahead of the curve. You do not want to miss a second of this. Make sure you're subscribed and the bell is on so you never miss an update. Presidential Summit, a tech powerhouse gathers at the White House. In a move that signals a significant intersection of politics and technology, President Trump is set to host a high-profile dinner, bringing together an unprecedented assembly of tech titans. The event, taking place in the meticulously renovated Rose Garden of the White House, is poised to be a pivotal moment for discussions on the future of innovation and its intersection with national interests. The guest list reads like a who's who of the digital age, featuring luminaries such as Apple CEO Tim Cook, Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg, Microsoft founder Bill Gates, and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. This gathering underscores the administration's focus on engaging directly with the leaders shaping the technological landscape. The choice of venue, the newly renovated Rose Garden, adds a layer of significance to the occasion. Completed in August, the garden's upgrades are part of a broader White House renovation initiative. President Trump, a prominent builder, has expressed personal pride in the project, emphasizing the quality of materials and the aesthetic improvements. The renovation includes the installation of impressive flagpoles and, as recently confirmed, plans for a grand ballroom. This attention to detail in the physical space reflects a broader theme of renewal and enhancement, setting a distinguished backdrop for discussions with the nation's leading innovators. The White House, through spokesman Davis Ingle, has expressed the president's anticipation for these gatherings, highlighting the new patio as a venue for future engagements with top business, political, and tech leaders. This summit occurs in the wake of a White House event focused on artificial intelligence, hosted by First Lady Melania Trump, suggesting a sustained interest and strategic focus on AI development and its implications. The presence of executives from major players like Google CEO Sundar Pichai, Oracle CEO Safra Catz, Blue Origin CEO David Limp, Micron Technology CEO Sanjay Mehrotra, and OpenAI President Greg Brockman, alongside figures like Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella and Palantir CTO Shyam Sankar, indicates a comprehensive dialogue covering a wide spectrum of technological advancements. This collaborative atmosphere, where corporate leaders seek closer ties with the administration, is particularly noteworthy as it aligns with the White House's agenda on emerging technologies and policy rollbacks in areas like diversity and equity initiatives. The shared interest in fields like AI suggests a mutual understanding and a desire to align corporate strategies with national priorities, potentially influencing future policy and innovation trajectories. The broader implications of such a meeting are substantial. It provides a unique platform for direct dialogue between the executive branch and the companies that are not only driving economic growth, but also fundamentally reshaping society. Discussions are likely to touch upon regulatory frameworks, national security implications of advanced technologies, and the role of American innovation in a global context. The convergence of these powerful figures in such a setting is a clear indicator of the increasing importance of the tech industry in both the domestic and international political arenas. This exclusive summit is generating considerable buzz, with industry observers keen to understand the outcomes of these high-level discussions. The alignment of corporate interests with governmental priorities could pave the way for new collaborations and policy directions. This is just the beginning of our deep dive into the tech world's movers and shakers. Next, we're exploring a fascinating potential partnership that could completely change the game for your everyday digital interactions. Apple and Google forge unlikely alliance in AI voice assistant race. In a move that has sent ripples through the technology sector, Apple and Google, long-standing rivals, are reportedly exploring a significant collaboration centered around artificial intelligence and voice assistants. This potential alliance, if realized, could fundamentally redefine the market dynamics for smart devices and digital assistants, creating a formidable new ecosystem that challenges existing players and reshapes user experience. The core of this proposed partnership lies in leveraging each company's strengths to create a more powerful and integrated AI experience. Sources suggest that Apple, known for its tightly controlled hardware and software integration, may be looking to integrate Google's advanced AI capabilities, particularly its sophisticated language models and search intelligence, into its Siri voice assistant. This would aim to address long-standing criticisms of Siri's performance compared to competitors like Google Assistant and Amazon's Alexa. For years, Siri has been perceived as lagging in natural language understanding, contextual awareness, and the sheer breadth of knowledge it can access. By potentially incorporating Google's AI prowess, Apple could aim to significantly boost Siri's intelligence, making it more conversational, accurate, and helpful. Conversely, Google could stand to gain immensely from this collaboration. While Google Assistant is highly capable, its integration across various devices is often fragmented. Partnering with Apple could provide Google with a direct, deeply integrated pathway into the massive and loyal Apple user base. This would mean Google's AI technology, and by extension its search and information services, could become the default or a primary option on millions of iPhones, iPads, and other Apple devices, potentially bypassing the need for users to actively download and configure alternative assistant apps. This could also extend to Apple's burgeoning smart home ecosystem, where a more capable Siri, powered by Google AI, might offer a more compelling alternative to Amazon Echo and Google Nest devices. The implications for the market are profound. Such an alliance could lead to a significant consolidation of power in the AI voice assistant space. If Apple devices begin to feature enhanced AI capabilities through this partnership, it could put immense pressure on Amazon and Microsoft, forcing them to accelerate their own development or seek strategic partnerships of their own. Furthermore, this could alter the landscape of app development, as developers would need to consider how their applications interact with a potentially more unified and powerful AI assistant. Consumer choice might seem to narrow in terms of core assistant technology, but the depth and quality of the integrated experience could be significantly enhanced. This potential collaboration is being closely watched by industry analysts and competitors alike. The success of such a partnership would hinge on complex negotiations regarding data privacy, revenue sharing, and the degree of integration. However, the prospect of combining Apple's user base and hardware expertise with Google's AI leadership presents a compelling vision for the future of human-computer interaction. While giants in the tech world forge new alliances, we're also looking at how established platforms are performing on a global scale. Next up, we're diving into the surprising data coming out of Brazil regarding App Store success. Apple defends App Store model with Brazilian developer success story. In the face of mounting regulatory scrutiny, particularly in Brazil where antitrust actions are pushing for changes like sideloading and alternative payment methods, Apple has strategically highlighted a study underscoring the economic benefits its App Store provides to local developers. The study, commissioned by Apple and conducted by Silvia Fagá de Almeida, an MBA professor at Fundação Getúlio Vargas, aims to present a compelling case for the App Store's current model by showcasing significant revenue generation and commission exemptions for Brazilian developers. The study's findings paint a picture of a thriving developer ecosystem within Brazil, attributing $63.8 million, approximately $11.7 million USD, in revenue generated by iOS apps in the country last year. Crucially, Apple emphasizes that a substantial portion of this revenue, a remarkable 90%, incurred no commission fees. This statistic is particularly relevant as Apple contends with regulatory bodies like Brazil's CADE, Administrative Council for Economic Defense, which has been investigating the company for alleged anti-competitive practices related to the App Store. The company's legal battles in Brazil have led to mandates requiring it to allow app sideloading and alternative payment systems, with a critical deadline looming in October for compliance. Further bolstering Apple's narrative, the research indicates that Brazilian developers facilitated a global total of 570 million app downloads last year, with over half of these originating from users outside Brazil. This global reach is presented as evidence of the App Store's role as a powerful launchpad for international growth. When it comes to commission fees, the study reveals a nuanced picture. While some developers do pay commissions, the majority benefit from reduced rates. Specifically, 78% of Brazilian developers who paid a commission in 2024 were part of programs like the App Store Small Business Program, which offers a reduced 15% commission rate on digital products and services. This data directly counters the perception of a universally high commission structure, framing Apple's fee system as supportive of developer success, especially for smaller entities. Apple also seized the opportunity to highlight its local investment in Brazil, pointing to 10 Apple Developer Academy locations across the country. These academies are designed to nurture local talent and foster innovation within the iOS development community. The company cited success stories, such as Moises, recognized as the 2024 iPad App of the Year, as prime examples of Brazilian apps achieving significant global traction. By framing the App Store as an engine for global growth and providing robust support infrastructure, Apple seeks to position itself not as a restrictive gatekeeper, but as a vital partner in the success of developers worldwide. This data-driven approach is a key component of Apple's strategy to influence regulatory outcomes and maintain its established business model in markets facing increasing pressure. The report's findings are expected to be a central piece of Apple's defense as it navigates ongoing legal and regulatory challenges. The emphasis on developer revenue, global reach, and commission benefits aims to shift the narrative from one of corporate overreach to one of platform enablement. From the global stage of app development, we're now zooming in on how athletes are staying connected and motivated. Get ready for an upgrade that brings powerful fitness tracking right to your wrist. Strava supercharges Apple Watch with live segments and revamped interface. Fitness tracking giant Strava has rolled out a significant update to its Apple Watch application, introducing a host of enhancements designed to provide athletes with a more seamless, intuitive, and motivating experience. The centerpiece of this update is the integration of Strava's popular live segments feature, a long-awaited addition that brings real-time performance feedback directly to the wearable device. This move signals Strava's commitment to the Apple Watch platform, acknowledging its growing importance among dedicated athletes. The decision to enhance the Apple Watch app stems from a clear trend. Athletes are increasingly turning to Apple's wearable for their training needs. Strava's own data reveals a nearly 20% year-over-year increase in the proportion of athletes using an Apple Watch for device uploads in 2024. Furthermore, the report highlights that Apple holds the top 2 positions for preferred devices among runners, underscoring the platform's dominance in the athletic community. This surge in Apple Watch adoption among Strava users has prompted the company to invest more heavily in optimizing the app experience for this specific hardware. Live segments, a signature Strava feature, allows users to compete against their own personal bests or other athletes on specific, popular, or starred sections of a route in real time. Cyclists and runners can now receive immediate feedback on their progress as they approach and traverse these segments. The app displays a visual indicator, typically a circle and banner, alerting users to an approaching segment. As they enter it, the interface updates dynamically to show current progress relative to their target, indicating whether they are ahead or behind their personal record. Upon completing the segment, results are displayed before the app seamlessly transitions back to the standard workout recording screen. This feature has long been a staple on dedicated GPS devices from brands like Garmin and Wahoo, and its arrival on the Apple Watch fills a significant gap. Strava's chief product officer, Matt Salazar, emphasized the strategic importance of this update, stating, "Apple Watch has become an increasingly popular wearable for athletes on Strava." This investment in Apple Watch is more than just tracking a workout. It's about delivering the real-time, game-like features athletes love to motivate them in the moment. This statement highlights Strava's understanding that for many athletes, performance is not just about post-workout analysis, but about real-time engagement and motivation during the activity itself. The integration of live segments directly addresses this need, transforming the Apple Watch from a passive tracker into an active training partner. Beyond live segments, the app also boasts a cleaner and more intuitive user interface. While specific details on the UI redesign are not extensively elaborated, the focus on intuition suggests an effort to streamline navigation and data presentation, making it easier for athletes to access critical information quickly during intense physical activity. The global availability of the redesigned app means that Apple Watch users worldwide can now benefit from these advanced features. This upgrade solidifies Strava's position as a leading platform for connected fitness, particularly for the growing segment of athletes who rely on their Apple Watch. That wraps up our major updates for today, but we've got a quick recap and all the ways you can stay connected coming right up. And that's a wrap on today's massive news. We saw tech leaders convene at the White House, a potential Apple-Google AI shakeup, fascinating App Store insights from Brazil, and Strava bringing powerful new features to your Apple Watch. Don't miss out on any future updates. Hit that like button if you found this valuable, subscribe to iPad Focus for your daily dose of tech, ring that notification bell so you're alerted the moment we post, and let us know in the comments which story you found most intriguing. Plus, follow us on all our social channels for behind-the-scenes content and more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.